Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you and getting into my paycheck one for September. Now I already put out my monthly budget for September, so I know I have enough income to cover all the things happening in September and all the bills and all the expenses and all the things. So here I'm taking a more closer look at what's going to happen when the actual cash hits the bank account and what are the money moves that I need to make for the paycheck one when it hits, and then to see how much I can use for spending as far as my variable spending categories. So that's what I have here. The first thing we're going to do is put the numbers in for the income, and we have 3 income streams that comes in all at once on the first of every month. These are government checks from where my husband retired from the military, and then he gets VA disability, and then one of my sons pays rent through his disability check. So we get that all up front at the first of the month, and so every month is new and we start fresh on the first of every month. So let's go ahead and put those numbers in. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit, not too much because I don't want it to blur, and I have my calculator here, so we are good. There we go. And the first thing I want to do is put in the numbers for the income. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. I got so excited to get into this, I forgot to say that. So welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. If you have comments or questions, please put that down below. Like the video and subscribe. I would love to have you as part of our little family here. So military retirement, that is $1,759.30. That doesn't change month to month. It stays the same every month. The only difference is when they do a cost of living adjustment. That's usually January of the beginning of every year. Let's see. The next thing he has is VA disability, and that is $2,353.39. There we go. My son pays $774.00 for rent. Dividends here is for our credit union account. They usually throw a couple pennies in the checking account. I like to track it, so I always put it as an actual once I see it hit the bank account. And it's easier because we don't charge change to my son. We'll just tack it on the end of that. And then I'm going to put 0 for other, because obviously we don't know if there's any other income coming in just yet, but if there happens to be, I have a place to do it. And it's fine right there. If not, it just stays the same. So let's go ahead and total this up and find out how much we have to work with on paycheck one. Okay, so we have $4,886.69. I gotta write that down real quick. All right, so now that I have that, I know what actual cash I'll be working with on the paycheck one, first paycheck of the month. So now I get to come down here and see my projected spending. Will that be covered by this amount of money coming in? Now, the past couple months, it was not enough, and I would balance forward a number, because most of my spending, or I should say, all of my spending actually goes onto a credit card, and I pay it once a week. But in this situation, I think the paychecks in the beginning of the month are close enough together that I won't have that negative balance issue this time. So it just depends on when the paychecks fall, if I have to run a negative balance or not because of the spending. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our fixed expenses. I always transfer into a savings account, money market account, $171 for my Roth IRA. PHC tithe, which is part of the military retirement tithing, is $88. God's Pantry is a food bank, $87. The two of them combined is 10% of this military retirement. The mortgage for September is $2,477.67. Oops, not 65. So this is including the $550 of a principal-only payment going to the mortgage. And once a month I actually do a video showing you how it changes on my amortization schedule and what I owe left after those payments on the mortgage. So it's definitely accelerating and changing it for sure. All right, Spectrum. This will be the only month it should be at $224.26. And then I did call once I saw this bill and said, can we lower this? And they said, sure. So yeah, that'll be happening soon, hopefully for October. The next thing I have is first subscription, which was $9.53. And that is my Amazon Music for my husband. Well, my husband's Amazon Music. I have, did I really write water over here? I did write water over here. It's supposed to be a variable. I'm going to erase water. I just went off my list over here. And I'm going to move that over here. Water. And water is budgeted at $50. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I budget high, and then whatever the bill is, I put as the actual. And this way it works out. I'm going to move Greater Europe Mission or GEM up to where the water was because that's okay. Alrighty. So Greater Europe Mission or GEM is missionaries that we actually support, and that's $256.75 while they are in Europe doing missions work. So that's awesome. And then Paramount Plus is $5.99. I've had this forever, so many years. I can't even remember when I got it, but I don't even think they have a deal for that amount. So there you go. So that is the fixed expenses. Now grocery household, I'm giving myself more up front to make sure I can buy everything I need. So I'm going to start with $600. And hopefully I don't need that much well, I won't need that much actually, because I want to balance forward that number. Whatever the difference is say I only spend $300 or $400 of it, then $200 or $300 can go to Paycheck too, and it just balances forward. So I always start with a number and then try to stay under that in order to balance forward. Restaurants I put at $200, and then miscellaneous at $200, gasoline $120, and then copay at $20, because in the 1st of September, let's see here, payday to payday, that's only a week, so 7 days with that one paycheck. I'm not going to be spending all of this, but I wanted to make sure the budget for the cash for all this is heavier up front in the beginning of the month, so that we have enough money to carry us through. Okay, so now that leaves unbudgeted, and unbudgeted is 0 always, and until I actually make a decision on what we're spending money on. So we won't budget for that. So let's go ahead and total these numbers up and see what kind of number we come up with, and if it's going to be more, if this is going to be enough to cover, if the income is going to be enough to cover what I estimate for the expenses. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so my fixed expenses are $3,320.20. There we go. Now let's go ahead and total up our variable expenses. Okay, so that is $1,190 and 0 change there. So now we get to discover, do we have enough for this paycheck based on what we want and what we need. So there you go. $4,886.69 minus the $3,320.20 and minus the $1,190, and that gives me a total of $376.49, which matches my notes, and that makes me happy. I'm so happy that this matches my notes, because that means I have done my numbers correctly and I am ready and prepared for when September hits in about a week. So that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a simple income minus expenses setup, and it is a zero-based budget, but it's not bringing my bank account down to zero. It's just telling me this is the number. I'm so excited that this worked out, that I have enough income to cover all the expenses that I know will come out and what I project to come out. And knowing that I probably won't spend all of this budget in my budgeting means I can balance forward money to Paycheck 2. Just because there's leftover money in the checking account does not mean that you really can just blow it, spend it, do whatever. It means you might have to use it next paycheck period as well to carry you through. I'm going to copy this number down and just make a little note for myself that this is what I thought would be left over. 49. And when I close out Paycheck 1, when Paycheck 2 begins, I will decide whether I want to put this into savings, because I think I can put money in savings from each paycheck period. That would be kind of cool. Very constricting. I'm trying to really keep everything tight-knit, but we'll see, and only balance forward what I know is in the spending categories, and keeping whatever is not in the spending categories and putting it into saving, trying to find another way to save in my budget instead of balancing everything forward. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.